Welcome to the Queen City of Cincinnati at one of the most historic venues in all of college football. Nippert Stadium, home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. And the Bearcats will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Louisiana Tech's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all on him.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium, people are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for ground. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll just keep slinging it. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Powers forward. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it off with a touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Cincinnati's offense will take the field for the first time. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
Quick handoff. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Fast motion from the offense. Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. They're going to stay competitive, and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year. And it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Hester. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Comes out throwing on first down. He finds his man, and he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You had to wonder about this guy's confidence coming into this one. He put it on the ground in their last game. They lost. He had to hear about it all week long in the media, and now he's just put it on the ground again.
They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Finds a man in the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Louisiana Tech now has it in the red zone. Now he's looking to throw it. He caught it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll fire. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Got his man out of the backfield. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The back goes in motion. They'll leave it with him. Discards a man. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line to pick up a 3. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Works the middle of the field. And stiff arm got him a little space, but he'll be knocked down at the 11. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes a move. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Louisiana Tech has it back and the offense comes out ready to go to work. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Quarterback will audible. Snap in the shotgun. They're trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
How nice is it as a defense? You can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home. That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offense, a sack. Now it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
Number 81 in the end zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw.
Cincinnati, 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you build yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Flips it out to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got...
He's looking deep. Makes the grab at the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll go to the air. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He makes the connection. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. He's looking to throw it. Finds a spot in the middle. Got room at the 35. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to move it through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one.
Man, did he have a read on that one and almost had the pick. It'll be third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man on the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got the quick pass. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Cincinnati.
Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some... And the ball is intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Got his man quickly. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more looking to take a shot. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Got his man in the middle. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Running it back, it's Schaefer. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Gets it to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Bearcats will snap it on first and 10. They'll go to the counter. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the move. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a...
Touchdown, Bearcats! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. They're going to go ahead and go for 3 here and try to make it a field goal game. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out. It's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got it.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards.
Unloads it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got his man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
21, Cincinnati, 19. Returner goes out of bounds.
Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. That's caught. It's De La Rosa. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback
going deep. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
They've got the weapons to stay aggressive. He just made a big play. Let's see if we can take a shot here into the end zone, score, and try to save as much time on the clock as we can.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! And the comeback is on. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Western Michigan is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They make the stop after the catch. And still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the Bulldogs get the first down. Up-tempo for the offense.
And first down for the offense.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll give it to him again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The inside handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bearcats!
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense. Not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Rides to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll try the left side. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bearcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead, and now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the... He tries to take the top off. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Using his feet to buy time. He'll pull it down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. He's going to pass. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. This one was a lot like a tennis match.